Week 9 recap, Week 10 look ahead, power rankings, league pulse, all that good stuff. Let's get to it. Week 9, first matchup, the Big Nicks versus the Big Balls. Big Nicks gets Brock Bowers back, been missing him all year, and he gives them what they've been waiting for, 38 points for Brock Bowers. Big Nicks takes this a much needed win for Big Nicks, and they take this one 137 to 98. Next up, Cambodians versus Dog Pound. Cambodians 116, Dog Pound 113. The Dog Pound can't catch a break, guys. It's really sad for them. They dropped to 1-8, and they are officially our first done team. They are done. Now they are just trying to fight to not have to eat these hot dogs and drink this beer. Next one, Hurley and Chuck Shear, Tasty Boys Club, 117 to 89. Don't look now, Hurley and Chuck Shear, 2 straight losses. They were looking like a juggernaut, but they're starting to falter. We'll see if they can get back on track in week 10. Elmwood Lawyer versus the Goblins, our first matchup to watch for bye implications. And Elmwood Lawyer takes us from 131 to 116. We've been talking about Elmwood Lawyer's team, and they are for real. Goblins dropped to 6-3. Elmwood Lawyer alone at the top at 7-2. Our next matchup to watch, Fear the Choge versus Capone's V card, and Fear the Choge gets the win to improve to 4-5, and Capone's V card drops to 4-5. This was a big matchup, especially for Capone's V card. They go from being in the 6th spot in the playoff seedings to being knocked out of the playoffs if things were to end today, sitting in the 8th seed. And next up, Swamp Dicks versus True Under Big Dog Story. Swamp Dicks take this one 139. True Under Big Dog Story drops 3 straight to 129, drops to 5-4. Interesting developments in the league. Every single 3 and 5 team won this week. And we had 4 of them, and all 4 win to close that gap in the playoff seedings. There's a good game and a half, or there's a good 2 games in the playoff seedings separating everybody. Now it's very condensed in the middle there. We literally have 10 teams that are legit in it. You look at the playoff percentages based off of ESPN. You have 38% chance for Big Nick's Energy at 4-5. The next lowest of that 4 and 5 group, 44%. So, I mean, you have, once you get to the 4 and 5 group, you have 58%, 44%, 48%, 60%, 38%. Then you have a 65% in under Big Dog Story at 5-4. That's basically telling you there's 5 teams that nobody that it's anybody's opportunity to go and grab one of those playoff spots. So we need to do some power rankings, and we need to do some week 10 look ahead. There's an easy matchup to watch. In my opinion, we'll get to it. Let's do that first before we do power rankings. So week 10, we have Big Balls versus Fear the Challenge. Early and Chuck's here versus Cambodians. Dog Pound versus Big Nicks. Tasty Boy Stuff versus Lawyer. Goblins versus Swamp Dicks. And our matchup to watch, Capone's B card versus True Under Big Dog Story. Two teams that are starting to look rough. I'm willing to put money that the loser of this matchup misses playoffs. The winner, not a guarantee to make playoffs, but makes it much more likely. But I'm willing to bet the loser of this matchup will miss the playoffs. So that is our matchup to watch. Now, let's do power rankings. Wolf and Ted sent me $10 each for the parlay. Our parlay did not hit again. It wasn't close. Maybe I should just start. Yeah, I should start keeping parlay stats. So I really should. I think I'm going to. It's kind of unfair to start them right now since we're halfway through, but should start keeping track of who's been getting them right and who's been getting them wrong. I think Corey and Gus said they haven't hit once and that they didn't hit again. So yeah, we'll have to start keeping track of that. All right, power rankings. I like I said a million times, the tiers are what matter. I'm not even gonna rank 1 through 12 because it's really hard to separate. Still, not much separation anywhere, especially the lower you go. But I'm gonna do it this way. Tier 1 is Elmwood Lawyer by themselves, far and away the strongest team in the league. Right now, nobody can fill out a full roster as well as Elmwood Lawyer can. So they sit in tier 1 by themselves and sit atop the leaderboard by themselves. Tier 2, we have Fear the Cho, Charlie and Chuck's here, Big Balls, and we're gonna put Swamp Dicks in there. And it's kind of funny now that I say that, looking at the ESPN rankings and the playoff percentages, they are in the 9 spot at 4 and 5, and they have a better chance of making the playoffs than Fear the Choge, according to this. 60% chance. Fear the Choge is sitting in the 6th spot. Swamp Dicks is sitting in the 9th spot. 60% chance. It's probably because their team is good and then their schedule is probably a little easier. Fear the Choge it's just tough for Fear the Choge because he just took a loss and now he's playing big balls, and Fear the Choge has a lot of guys on bye. So it's not looking great for Fear the Choge if they drop to 4 and 6, but I mean they'll just have to finish 3 and 1, and their team's pretty good. So, but yeah, it's not a great situation for Fear the Choge. But yeah, we're gonna put Swamp Dicks in tier 2. I think they deserve it, and then tier 3 is everybody else. The Goblins, I know they're up top, but this team is not good. It's not. I mean, go take a look at their wide receivers. It's really sad. I mean, their wide receivers are Jameson Williams, Kayshawn Booty, Malik Washington. I mean, or they can start Cooper Kupp, or they can start Terry McLaurin. And now, Terry McLaurin's been ass since he got paid, and now he has Mariota throwing to him. You might as well drop him. True Under Big Dog Story, we've talked about them. Not a very good team. However, Rico Dowdle that's officially taken over the backfield. It's not even split anymore, so that is big for them. However, they did just lose Jaden Daniels, so that is that might be the nail in the coffin for them. But they're still 5-4. They got to win this week. Like I said, against Pony Speakard, this is the matchup. I mean, if they lose this, they drop 4 straight. They go to 5-5. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think they can. I don't think it's over for them. If they win this, I do think that they will most likely make the playoffs, unless they lose out. But yeah, huge matchup for True and the Big Dog Story. And for Tony Sweetcard. Probably our biggest matchup to watch with the biggest implications so far. Real true playoff game. Loser likely out. So yeah, and then I mean we got the Cambodians, we got Big Nick's Energy, Boys Club, under Big Dog Story, Dog Pound. One thing I can say is like none of these teams are like ass, complete ass compared to every other team. Just a lot. All these teams in this bottom tier, they're just weak rosters. It's just they can win any week. Don't get me wrong, they can still win games, but it's ugly. The only reason why they can win games is because so many other teams are not good. This is probably one of the weakest. This might be one of the weakest years as a collective. A lot of times we'll have one or two teams that are actually ass, and because of that, all the other teams are a little bit better. But yeah, I really think most of these teams are ass as it stands right now. So yeah, that's it. That's the power rankings. We'll do playoff picture as we're getting close. The way I see it, there's 4 teams that are basically locks for the playoffs. Elmwood Lawyer, Hurley and Chuck's here, Goblins and Big Balls. I think it's safe to say that those 4 will be making the playoffs. Sitting at 7-2 for Elmwood Lawyer and 6-3 for the rest of those guys. Basically, the Elmwood Lawyers in, and then Hurley and Chuck's here, Goblins and Big Balls basically just need one more win, and they're in. For the most part, it's not guaranteed, but very likely if they do so. But after that, it's truly anybody's. Those last 3 spots are up for grabs between True Under Big Dog Story, Fear the Chose, Cambodians, Capone Speed Card, Swamp Dicks, and Big Nick's Energy. Dog Pound is officially out. Tasty Boys Club is alive, but they got basically went out, so probably dead. But we're not gonna done them until it's official. So that's what we're looking at. That's the pulse of the league, and yeah, we'll be back next week with more updates. These videos will be a little bit longer as we go on because we'll have more to talk about with the playoffs and everything and how things are shaping up. But yeah, good luck to everybody and enjoy your Tuesday.